What's going on YouTube? What do we got today? We got the Taurus G3 TORO. I know a lot of you guys have requested that I bring a Taurus G3, G3C, the optics versions, the tactical versions, the carry versions, the full-size versions. Realistically, they're all theoretically the same firearm. So I decided to meet in the middle, and I got the Taurus G3 TORO. This is their optics ready model. Let's go ahead and dig into all the fundamentals of this pistol. I'm going to spend tonight just getting up close and personal, going over what's in the box, going over the firearm itself, how it feels, my first impressions, the whole nine. Then we're going to meet again at a later day at the range itself. So hang tight, guys. Let's get a close-up of this pistol. All right, guys, as we can see, nothing in the chamber, nothing in the magazine well. All right, we're clear and safe. Let's go ahead. Let's start moving it around, giving you guys a nice little close look of the pistol itself. So this pistol has a capacity of 15+1 and another magazine of 17+1. The barrel length is 4 inches. Overall length is 7.28 inches. Overall height is 5.2 inches. The overall width is 1.26 inches. The weight with 15 rounds is 24.83 ounces. The weight with 17 rounds is 25.36 ounces. So I'll go ahead and post all the specifications in here. You can go ahead and hit pause and watch it for a second, but that's just a quick rundown of that. All right, so right offhand, the first thing that I noticed is the sights. Super small sights. That is for damn sure. I think even if we take this plates off, I don't know if that could be co-witnessed, but I will be looking at that. It also came standard with 4 different plates to mount your optics, so that was super cool. Good job, Taurus. We're gonna go ahead and cock it here. You do have your safety. Safety is very easy to manipulate. I don't have any issues with it. Seems very tactile and responsive. After you pull the trigger and or if the hammer is not cocked, you could still put this gun on safe and you are not able to manipulate the slide if you deemed necessary. It does not have ambi safeties. It's only located here on the left side. This is your slide stop release right here, your magazine release. It appears to be very small. Not really appears to be. I think it is. I've messed around with the magazines a little bit. I'll show you momentarily about that as well. The magazines do drop freely, easily, but I think the button could be a little bit larger. Coming around the bottom here, you do have your serialized barrel, your serialized slide, and then you also have your serialized trigger mechanism inside the frame itself, similar to how Beretta and SIG have been doing it. The grip itself feels pretty good. I don't have any issues with that at all. What I just noticed now, when you're taking your trigger finger out of the way, there's a nice spot to place your finger. I actually enjoy that quite well. And I guess when I'm shooting, yeah, I could use my support hand thumb to also get in there. So that's kind of cool. I actually enjoy that feature now that I'm holding it. I really like that a lot. All right, the slide is very easy to manipulate. It's the first thing I noticed when I first picked it up. I was very surprised on how easy it was to manipulate. So the individuals out there that aren't very strong and or are female counterparts, this is something to definitely consider when you're looking for something to carry and or use for home protection or just a day at the range. The grip texture on the grip itself feels very good. You know what it kind of reminds me of, if you guys have ever held the Springfield Hellcat, that's what that kind of sort of feels like, but it's also mixed with the MMP 2.0 texture. I guess if you were to, those two would get together and have a baby, that's what this aggressive grip texture would feel like. Even though the majority of the grip is smooth, nice pocket for your thumb, by the way, I don't feel like I'll have any issues holding or gripping the pistol itself. Let's get into the trigger here. Once again, nothing in a chamber, empty magazine, clear and safe. All right, so here's your take-up. We got a very long take-up. No big deal, it's not the end of the world, but it is long. Here's your wall, nice wall. There's your brake, very nice brake. Here's your reset, and there's your brake. I don't have a trigger scale with me, but that's like 4 pounds. It's not heavier than 4 pounds, and if it is, I'd be very, very surprised. I'm very impressed with that. It actually feels significantly lighter, and the trigger actually feels a whole lot better than a Glock trigger. So for you Glock guys out there, or everybody else that's just curious because everybody's felt that trigger, I think this trigger feels substantially better than a Glock trigger, in my opinion. Let me grab a couple magazines here for you. So this is the regular 15 round flush fit magazine. Fits in there nicely. Easy, like it shoots out of there. It's like, woo, see ya. So it's very easy to get the magazines out. Yeah, that button's kind of small, but I don't feel it's the end of the world. And then we'll also grab the magazine extension here. So this is the 17 rounder. All right, you can see how that looks in there. Pushes it out nicely once again. All right, let me go ahead and get those optic plates for you and we'll take a look at those. Here's just a handful of the optics plates. I'm gonna organize it here nicely so we can take a look at it, but just letting you know it comes with the Allen keys, it comes with the hardware, it comes with the screws, stuff like that. Right in the owner's manual itself, on page 33, you'll have all the optic information, all right, along with the screws, which one to use, etc., etc. So this is my cheat sheet that I'll be using while you look at these plates here. So on the left-hand side, I got plate number 1. On the next one in would be plate 2, moving left to right, plate 3, and then plate number 4. And you can see on the plates how they're labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's exactly how they're marked for you to easily find. Plate 1 is the Dr. Noblix, Vortex Venom, Burris Fast Fire, and the Sight Mark Mini. Plate 2 is for the Trijicon RMR, Holosun HS407C, and the Holosun HS507C. Plate 3 is for the Seymour STS2, and plate 4 is for the Delta Point. The plates are metal construction. That's good food for thought, because like the AREX Deltas, for example, they're polymer-based plates, but these are metal. They're very sturdy. They're very light, but they're very sturdy. So the Allen key we were given, I'll go ahead and take this plate off so we get a look at it. All right, there's 1. There's 2. Plate comes right off. So the number 2 plate, this is the Holosun 507-407 and the Trijicon RMR plate. This is the one that we would probably most likely use. Just gonna slide this on here. You can see the nice easy fitment. It'll screw it down. So we'll definitely have to get additional sights, optic height or suppressor height sights for the rear and the back. So you could definitely co-witness with these plates on here. If you choose not to co-witness, you could always get Holosun offers a couple models with the rear sight, and then Sig Sauer's new X sight as well offers a rear sight that maybe you'd be able to co-witness with. All right, YouTube. So there's just a quick overview of the pistol itself. I can't wait to get this to the range. I can't wait to shoot it. I can't wait to give you guys my impressions of actually shooting this pistol. Realistically, you know, this has like an MSRP of like $445, but you could find this online and or at a retailer for roughly $350, give or take. You can find some sales here and there. Realistically, for a $350 pistol, for what it has to offer, and what my initial impressions are so far, I'm actually thoroughly impressed with what we're working with here. Also, it looks like we also have some metal sights as well. Food for thought. You know, there's other manufacturers out there that do things differently. I'm very impressed to see the metal sights as well. But go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video when we actually take this beast to the range. Take care of yourself, guys. Have a good night.